something for you, but keep it to yourself. I'm feeling curious, want to explore it, nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute, before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it, hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come in here with me. I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay. We'll take it slow.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Man, it is great to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit full stride. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trailblazers up against the Nets in Brooklyn. Checking out Brooklyn, they need some wins to start adding up here in a hurry. More or less half the season behind us, and they are still struggling to prove they can contend. The Brooklyn Nets appear to be in Plan B mode. You remember when new ownership came in 2010, they spent big, traded aggressively for some big-name free agents, hoping it would put them in the hunt for a title. Hasn't exactly happened, Jet.
No, they took that shot, and it didn't work. It didn't work at all. But it's tough to rebuild now. You know, a lot of those picks were traded away to the Celtics, and they are going to just be a strong basketball team in the coming years.
Well, you're right, Ken. It didn't work. That's why they had to put a new front office in place, bringing on some talent from San Antonio. We know how they do it in San Antonio. They're taking the patient route, building from the ground up.
And that is it. Just about time for tip-off. We'll see you later.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And a stirring rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner by the terrific Linda Lynn, getting us ready for NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. For the Brooklyn Nets earlier this season, they were the winning team in the last matchup against Portland.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role, and that night it was about scoring.
Well, good collective team unity, everyone pitching in, so trying to win for one another. That's a good thing.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Hello, Kevin. Well, Blazers head coach Terry Stotts is one of the more respected offensive minds in the game. He said, "I like to give our players freedom to read the defense and make plays. I like philosophically that I don't know who's going to get the shot. That's going to cause a problem for the defense. Keep them guessing, Kevin."
And as always, thanks, DA. That kind of unpredictability helps in some settings, can cause many matchup problems for the D. It's early, of course, but Brent, for teams that have a number of new players, maybe even a new coach, what's an average timeline for developing a winning chemistry?
I think if you look at, Kevin, the way we've talked for so many years about 20 games into the season, with this much change, you might have to look at half of a season because there could be some injuries, there could be some scheduling snafus that make it difficult for you. But half of a year, new coach, new players, 41 games seems to be about right in assessing whether or not this team's going to put something special together for the season.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers: Lillard and McCollum, the star-studded backcourt. Nurkic is out there with Vonleh, and it's Harkless in at the small forward. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Harkless comes with a double team. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Crabbe from long range. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
The ability to drain it from beyond the arc, that smooth, clean release. Crabbe clearly helping out the team there.
Kept alive, Vonleh. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
The shot by Carroll, no good. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. McCollum, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ball's knocked loose. Harkless with the steal. Goes up. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Crabbe kicks to Dinwiddie, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Portland with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Vonleh dishes to Lillard. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, he's a prolific scorer, but that doesn't mean he doesn't challenge the inside, even with a hand in his face.
And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
There's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Doubled by Vonleh. Carroll for 3. That one, no good. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Lillard. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Knocked away. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's now 8 points for Damian Lillard.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Lillard. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Misses the 3. Trailblazers leading by 11. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And one of the most dangerous shooters in the league, Damian Lillard, only needs a sliver of daylight, Greg, to get that baby off.
Yeah, I mean, he'll brush off the comparisons to Steph Curry, but he presents some of the same problems for the defense. Deep range, a quick release, and just one of the nastiest step-back jumpers in the game.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard.
And, of course, for the Nets, I mean, they won't control their own first-round pick until 2019. There's going to be some losing along the way with not much reward.
Both shots good from the stripe. And Greg, the Nets trading away the better part of a decade worth of draft picks when they went all in back in 2013 and 2014.
Yeah, going for vets like Darren Williams and Gerald Wallace, Paul Pierce, and, of course, KG. But unfortunately, all past their prime. That team only able to get to the second round, and boy, what a heavy price to pay for so little success in the postseason. And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And now on the 2K leaderboard, the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the best free throw shooting teams in the league. The Trailblazers third.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Crab with the ball. Defended by Harkless. Will it go? Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got his first basket.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
It's the Nets now. Portland making their last shot. Crab kicks to Dinwiddie. Lays it up and banks it in.
And the towering presence of Mozgov, most effective doing damage inside.
Lillard, it's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Lillard, and stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself. And then Lillard slams it in.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Nets trail by 15. Here's Dinwiddie. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Lillard attacking, and that one drops for him. Lillard's got 16 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Carroll. Last game he had 10 points. They get it back. And now Portland on the break. Here's Harkless. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
And again, it's the Nets missing. Portland leading by 19. McCollum kicks to Harkless. Shoots over Carroll, and that one comes up a bit short.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still, there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Here's Dinwiddie. His last outing, he had 8 points. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Dinwiddie's got his second basket of the game.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Here's McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Doubled by McCollum. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and he slams it one-handed.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. The shot by Vonleh, no good. Nets trail by 17. Here's Dinwiddie. Good work defensively by Lillard. The wide open look here for Vonleh. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
So much talk about the game slowing down for the game's best players. Lillard composes himself, scans the court, and delivers the strike.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, it felt like they were teenagers during the summer. Low levels of activity, allowed too many good looks. Just not their night.
And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Blazers.
And it's really been a big night for that backcourt. They've given their guards as much freedom as they want, and over again, those guys have come through.
Here's Dinwiddie. Mozgov a screen on Lillard. Doubled by Vonleh. 6 on the shot clock. Carroll against McCollum. The 10-footer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line, a big factor in the outcome.
I'm just wondering if this home crowd and the energy worked against them in this one. They might have gotten in their heads just a little bit.
Now here's Cram, following the missed shot by Noah Vonleh. Doubled by Vonleh. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Good on the triple. Hollis Jefferson's got 5 points so far. And Terry Stotts, now in his 6th season as head coach in Portland. Talk about the job, Brent, he's done with the Blazers.
Well, again, Kevin, his connection to Damian Lillard as the player that they thought was going to carry the franchise forward, especially after the departure of LaMarcus Aldridge. I think that's one of the key components of the Blazers and where they want to go. I think Terry can share the vision of the front office and the vision for any given team with Damian Lillard, and then he goes out there and tries to carry out some of the things that he hears from him.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now here's Mozgov, right now averaging about 5 points a game. Crab from long range. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Pass to Carroll. Fires for 3. Lillard with the rebound.
And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it. Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
Here's Dinwiddie. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, we don't have a chalkboard here to draw it up, but if you could explain it, what's your favorite inbounds play when you really need a bucket?
All right, Kevin, so the guy goes to the right. He comes off the down pick, and then on the backside, you run the hammer, and you dribble to the right side. You throw along the baseline, but you're looking for the 4-man on the slip, and also the 5-man's popping back for the jump shot. Got it?
I got it. I like the run the hammer. Run the hammer.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Portland, Oregon, the nation's 24th largest market, fewer than half the TV households of Atlanta or Houston. But fortunately for the ownership group who has some available income, this is a team that's willing to get out there and spend to bring in a team that can compete for a championship.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Harris comes in for Damari Carroll, and it's LeVert in for Allen Cram. And it's been over 4 decades since the Blazers' last NBA title.
This is a team that's willing and wanting to get back there. They're very hungry to get themselves back to championship caliber play. Certainly their backcourt is a great starting point.
Feeds it to Booker. He dishes it to Harris. From outside the arc, Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 9.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Here's Swanigan. Here's Napier. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Trailblazers lead by 19. It's stolen. He's got a clear path. Here's Connaughton. Drops in the breakaway layup. Connaughton's got his first bucket in this one.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. They set the pick. Pass to LeVert. Fires from deep. And the Nets, another 3.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Napier passes to Davis, and the basket is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 9. From past the arc. And it's Connaughton with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Davis, the pass to Swanigan. Here's Connaughton. Beyond the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. He has 5.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Picked by Mozgov. In the corner, it's Harris. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Unloads from 13. Here's Davis. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Here's Mozgov. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
Here's Dinwiddie. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
This gives us the chance to view the best three-point shooting teams this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. 5th best, the Trailblazers.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
And it's LeVert missing. Portland in total control. And that one's good from Connaughton. Connaughton's got 7 points in the game.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Well, the crowd got in here tonight and sat down, and that's where they stayed all night long, extremely poised, which has led to a monster lead.
And here's Portland to the right side. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Napier. Misses off the right iron. The net shooting just about an even 40% to start. Here's Dinwiddie. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 11 points in the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The shot by Turner, no good. Jacks up a 3. Nailed from three-point land. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We come back right after this. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel. I kind of just embraced it, for my entire life. Just, you wouldn't know if something was going on in my life or not, because as long as I'm taking care of business and doing what I need to be doing, that's all that matters.
I would say we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of business.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Such a great way to get yourself into an offensive groove and build up some early confidence.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, Davis is out there with Swanigan. Then it's Evan Turner, and it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot.
Shooting one.
Free throw drops for Napier. And the Nets adding their own G League affiliate, the Long Island Nets.
Yeah, and the Nets franchise originally, remember, based in Long Island. So nice to have that homecoming. And, of course, with young talent development so critical for this Nets organization, having that minor league team in close proximity, very valuable.
Here's LeVert. Passes to Whitehead. The 3. Evan Turner grabs the board. The Trailblazers shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Goes up again, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
And one of those lunch pail players, you love him, Greg, Trevor Booker out of Clemson.
Just hard-nosed, gets on the glass, and although only 6'8", he gets off his feet quickly. A terrific leaper and just one of those ultra-competitive guys.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Right, you've certainly been in the public eye for a while as a player, as a broadcaster, an actor in the Jerry Maguire movie. Is there anything else?
So kind of you, Kevin, to bring that up.
I'm just reading the list here, Brent. Is there anything else on camera that you'd really like to do?
I was in a Coolio video. I don't know if you knew that, Kevin. Coolio made a music video, and I was asked to come down to the studio with the late Malik Sealy, and him and I actually were in the video for the movie's primetime song.
No kidding.
Yes.
How about that? How fun. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Fellas, Al-Farouq Aminu has established himself as a great defensive player, and he wants that recognition. He said, "My goal every year is to be Defensive Player of the Year. I want to guard 1 through 4 and even 5 sometimes. I want it to be known that I'm a great defender, and I want the league to recognize that." Kevin?
Thanks, David. Aminu continues to prove his worth on the defensive end. His length and quickness certainly hard to deal with.
It's a wonder we don't see more of that from Davis. He has the live legs and instincts to be a premier shot blocker in the league.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
Here's Whitehead after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And the pass to Kilpatrick. To the paint, Booker. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Nets shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
One shot.
This Blazer team has some good continuity and some good chemistry. It's a young roster, and they get along pretty well. They've got 2 studs, obviously, at the guard position, and they keep improving.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Booker. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. It's good. It's his 2nd basket. He's shooting 2 for 4. And from team dinners to off-season trips to train together, this Blazers team, Brent, led by Damian Lillard, has made the effort to get to know one another off the floor.
Well, that absolutely helps with the lines of communication, that it's always respectful, and sometimes it can be competitive and heated, but that's all right. Mostly for the young guys, the cool thing about it is that they feel a connection to the guys who've played several years in the league, and that helps them settle into their first year. Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
So for the Trailblazers, Norkic checked in for Swanigan, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Pat Connaughton. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Poked loose, so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
And how about the numbers here for McCollum? Right around 21 points per, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
Mozgov passes to LeVert.
He sunk that 3 in the first, but's yet to make another one.
Here's Whitehead, got a hand on it. And now Portland on the break. Here's Turner. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 3 assists now in this one.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
And it's LeVert missing.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
It seems like they've been at it on both ends tonight. Tremendous all-around play from them has them up quite a bit here.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now is massive.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. So for the Nets, Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Mozgov, and Damari Carroll subbed in for LeVert. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Pass to Kilpatrick. Here's Hollis-Jefferson. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Hollis-Jefferson's got 7 points in the game. Shots good by Turner.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And here's Brooklyn. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Don't usually see him shooting the 3. Kilpatrick's got his first 3 points of the game. Kilpatrick's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 6. He gets the shot to fall, and the defender wasn't set. He's called for the block and a 3-point play chance here. Doubled by McCollum. Booker left side. Pass to Kilpatrick. Trying his luck deep, and the Nets another 3.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Lots of room. And Napier pulls it down. Napier's got 3 rebounds now in this one. From 12 feet out. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 8 points for him.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
To the inside, Kilpatrick lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
No, right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Carroll with it, now defended by McCollum.
Okay, now, Carroll.
Carroll against McCollum. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Davis has got the ball. They grab their own miss. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Here's Kilpatrick. Turner covering. Carroll passes to Whitehead. 6 on the shot clock.
Oh, come on. Wow. And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Gotta love the fact that going vertical is a major part of what makes him so difficult as a point guard to defend, especially around the rim.
Here's Whitehead after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Whitehead passes to Kilpatrick. They set the pick down low. Here's Booker, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Davis. Harkless comes in for Evan Turner. And Lillard subbed in for Napier. And finished off by Nurkic.
The CJ, such an effective two-guard, not just a shooter, and a great shooter at that, but a capable passer when his teammates are open.
Right, you take a look at Nurkic, young and full of potential. He's still learning how to make the most of his abilities.
Yeah, the Bosnian Bear, Nurkic, had some tough times in Denver as Jokic started to emerge, and there was talk about him sulking and pouting just a little bit, still a young player. But the opportunity now in Portland with established stars in Lillard and a rising one in McCollum could be exactly the type of recipe for success that he was looking for. That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Lillard outside. "13 feet away. Lillard again missing. The Nets shooting just 39% in the second quarter. Harris kicks to Carroll. Down low. Here's Dinwiddie. Out to Harris. Goes back up. And it's Portland with the rebound. Here's Lillard. Lillard again missing. The Nets shooting around 40% from the floor here. Carroll with it. Now defended by McCollum. Snatched up. Harris kicks to Dinwiddie. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It goes on Noah Vonleh. So many naturally born playmakers and natural born scorers who have learned to become playmakers. That's kind of an interesting topic. Who do you think right now tops that list?
One guy that's pretty peculiar in that sense, I think, Kevin, is Jeff Teague. You know, so many years of success in Atlanta, but it was built around this team and the system and the fragility of what it was that those guys could do and needed to do for that team to win. I think that Jeff Teague has made himself into a much better playmaker in the NBA.
The first free throw is good.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
Alan Crabb, he's checked in for the Nets. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. So, Greg, how close were the Nets to being the Swamp Dragons anyway?
Well, it needed a unanimous vote of all the teams to change it, but there was one vote against it. The Nets themselves voted against the change, and they had 7 owners who rotated voting duties, and the one on deck got cold feet.
And the Nets miss again.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Here's Dinwiddie following the score by Damian Lillard. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. Booker outside. Nurkic with the double team. There's a screen. Here's Crabbe. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul.
And that's just all about positioning. He gets boxed out, can't fight around it, and gets the over-the-back call.
Guys get excited about making something happen, but that was just a loss of composure right there. You can't go through the guy.
Now here's Crabbe, guarded closely. A second-round pick back in 2013, Alan Crabbe didn't play consistent minutes, Brent, until his third season in the NBA.
Yeah, he continues to work, and I think the early part of his career he got some minutes because he really focused on the defensive end, and maybe scoring a little bit and shooting the ball well took his mindset away from that. We'll see this year if he can be more complete on both ends and still a tremendous offensive weapon.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Both free throws good from Crabbe. And for the Blazers, tremendous scoring talent in their backcourt. How did they turn the corner in the West, Greg?
Clearly, it's going to be with their defense. I think that's where they've had their struggles. They're going to have to get better at the point of attack there and protecting the rim. I think some of it has to do with the lack of discipline, but also you could factor that into being just an inexperienced young group that's still kind of getting their feet wet.
Just one of those unbelievable nights from Lillard, although I'm starting to believe loves to put the team on his back offensively.
And again, it's the Nets missing. Trailblazers shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense.
And that's just good offense. Surprised he blew that one, and the defense is too.
Crabbe dishes to Dinwiddie. Harkless with it. Harris is there, but they'll get another chance. Here's Lillard. That's short off the rim. And for the Nets, they're shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
He won't hesitate to square up from just about anywhere. Lillard drains the jumper even with the hand in his face.
Dinwiddie passes to Carroll. Crabbe up top. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. Here's Lillard, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Now Lillard just a menace when he's driving inside, forces the D to act, which is why he gets those calls.
One of the league's elite scorers, Damian Lillard, able to score from anywhere on the court.
There's always reminders that Damian Lillard enjoys the long-range ball as well. He'll step well behind the three-point line, and when he's locked in, feels like an effortless shot for him. Last year was his most efficient shooting season of his young career.
First one falls for him.
The sixth pick in the 2012 draft from a small school, no less. It just doesn't matter. Lillard came in and won the Rookie of the Year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Mozgov comes in for Booker, and it's LeVert in for Crabbe. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Net shooting has been wayward so far, only 37% from the floor. Picked by Mozgov. Knocked loose. Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Lillard. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
And Portland with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Harkless, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. That's 12 points for Harkless.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Harkless comes with a double team. Carroll dishes to Mozgov. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Off target from three-point range.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first two shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
1 second left. No good. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Coach, what has gone right for your team so far?
Well, we've got a lot of energy. Getting stops and getting runouts was the biggest difference.
And that gets your guards involved early in the offense. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 26 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it's Shaq-like?
That's a good one.
Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
And we return to Brooklyn in the Barclays Center, which you can see from that gorgeous shot from above the arena. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Damari Carroll. Then it's Allen Crabbe. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, the Portland Trailblazers are developing a great chemistry for a young team. Damian Lillard takes the team to San Diego every September for bonding purposes, and he told me how much we like each other, how much time we spend around each other. That shows you a team that is really together. It is a unit. We have each other's back. Kevin?
And it's critical to establish camaraderie early on. Thank you, D.A. Sounds like Lillard has this team headed in the right direction. Kicks it to Crabbe. Nurkic with the double team. Back to Crabbe. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Mozgov with the bucket. Mozgov's got 6.
A man with height and reach. Mozgov screaming extra chance point.
Here's Lillard. Kept alive. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. No good off the front iron. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Harkless, and Portland again with the bucket.
That's good focus from the Bosnian Bear getting down there. Nurkic finding the open man with ease.
Harkless comes with a double team. There's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Now Crabbe. He's got 5. Carroll kicks to Crabbe. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. He's got 7.
Well, he is deadly in catch and shoot. Defensively, you have to try and make Crabbe put the ball on the deck.
Basket counts.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Now here's Mozgov. 6 points for him. Crabbe, no good. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. Dinwiddie with the rebound. The net shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Harkless comes with a double team. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Knocks down the 3 ball. Dinwiddie's got 21 in the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And the basket by Lillard.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Got a piece of it. Mozgov kicks to Dinwiddie. To the middle. Here's Vonleh. And the dunk by Vonleh.
That's one of the things about Vonleh. As he develops more strength in his upper body, he's going to be a force around the rim.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Doubled by Vonleh. Hollis Jefferson passes to Carroll. Picked by Mozgov. And now Portland on the break. Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 21. And it's Carroll in the corner. There's Hollis Jefferson. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Hollis Jefferson's got 9. Free throw line jump shot. That shot, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Crabbe, that's for 2. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Mozgov.
And Mo Harkless, drafted by the Magic. He could not find his shot with the Magic in Orlando, and they basically gave him away in a trade to the Blazers. His offense is starting to come around, and I think with the contributions that Nurkic can make, he could open up some great opportunities for him to be better offensively and more consistent for them as a rebounder.
2 shots.
That one is off. And as we know, Harkless, a one and done at St. John's, came into the NBA very young.
Sometimes with the younger players, you have to be patient, and it's also about finding a home. Harkless finally putting some things together in Portland. Last season was the most efficient one of his career offensively.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Davis is checked in for Nurkic. Turner comes in for Noah Vonleh. And it's Napier in for Damian Lillard. NBA official, NBA referee, Brent, has to be one of the toughest jobs in the world. There's been a lot of talk about adding an official to the court. Would that make a difference?
You know, I'm thinking, Kevin, that's like asking 4 of my buddies to add a 5th guy to go out and they're all single. That means there's another guy I got to compete with. So maybe we don't have another set of eyes on the NBA game. Lots of physicality, lots of pushing and shoving. You may see more foul calling, which will slow down the tempo and the rhythm of the game. I'm not sure that's the best idea for the league.
So then adding the Secaucus and the extra eyes in New York to look at calls, I think that might take the place of adding the official.
I think the league has done a great job, Kevin. Having Secaucus now have the ability to make some of those calls to help speed up what we do with regards to the replay.
The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. And it's Napier missing. Here's Whitehead. He's guarded by McCollum. And stolen by Napier. One-on-one here. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
One shot, gentlemen.
And for the Blazers, Greg, you could make the case they possess the second-best backcourt in the NBA after the Splash Brothers with Lillard and McCollum.
Yeah, certainly offensively. I mean, they're just about unguardable. The questions begin at the other end. And when you factor in defense, I think you could find some debate there as some other groups tend to do a better job on that side of the ball.
Brooklyn with the ball, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. And the Nets miss again. Here's Napier. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Trailblazers have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Napier. And both free throws good for Napier. Nets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Whitehead passes to Mozgov. This one for 3. Whitehead's shot is off.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
And the basket by McCollum.
Just like it when he gets in there, McCollum using his wingspan to take advantage.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To stop the run. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the basket by McCollum.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Knocks it loose. Here's Whitehead, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Nets, Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Mozgov. And it's LeVert in for Allen Crabbe. Doubled by McCollum. Ball's knocked loose. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Finished off the break. McCollum's got 14 points for the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Inside, layup off the pick. A nice shot by Booker.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Here's Swanigan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. 6 points for him.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And then there's the other team. Can't say that about them. Big gap in the recent field goal percentage between these two squads.
And it's sent back by Turner. Here's Swanigan. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
To the left wing. To the middle. Expanding his range. And it's Kilpatrick missing. Trailblazers shooting it as well as you're going to see. 67%. And it's Davis finishing it off.
This is what you love to see out of your bigs. Davis shows up big time in the speed department in the open floor.
Pass to LeVert from past the arc. Swanigan pulls it in. Swanigan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Good on the bucket. 16 points for Davis.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Davis with the double team. Booker with it. Picked up by Turner. And they get it. And it's Kilpatrick missing. Kilpatrick's gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. Here's Davis. That one wide left. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. And that one is hammered home.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
Well, you love the NBA, but some of these guys have the DNA. He also outworks everybody. Filthy combination.
So it's Brooklyn now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Hollis Jefferson passes to Whitehead. Wants to get it to Booker and does. And Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. And Portland with a change here too. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Shot clock at 5, and the basket by Harris. So it's Portland now. Napier passes to Swanigan. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Swanigan's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's Kilpatrick. He's got 8. Harris with it. Picked up by Turner. There's Hollis Jefferson. Booker trying to free himself up. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Davis kicks to Turner. Count it. Good. Turner's got 10 points in the game.
Turner does a good job of just winding his way and burrowing to the rim. And a good job finishing down low.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Turner leading the charge.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Here's Kilpatrick. Harris, right side. Drills the three-pointer. Harris has got his second basket.
It's foolish leaving anyone that wide open from outside the arc. The D has got to be better.
And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Turner. And that's 18 points for Davis.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And Evan Turner, Brent, signed that big deal in the summer of 2016, that 4-year, $70 million deal with Portland. Do you think they're getting their money's worth?
I think the idea is to have a secondary ball handler out there, a guy that they can post up a little bit and still make plays. So the adjustment, not just Evan Turner in the new system, the guys that he plays with have to adjust also to his skill set. We'll see as the years go on how much Evan Turner helps improve what Portland's trying to do offensively.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
That's an unselfish play. Evan Turner with eyes up and delivers.
Net shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Hollis Jefferson passes to Booker. Doesn't go that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And now Portland on the break. And it's Davis missing.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Passes it to LeVert. One-on-one fast break. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers, able to put on a show for the ages. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action after this word. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, good rhythm to the game at both ends. Get the ball moving down there. Good screens, good decisions, all right? Make sure we come up with the rebound.
And Terry Stotts likes what he's seeing overall, just wants to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Yeah, I think as long as they keep working together and take care of the little things, they're going to be poised to do more damage.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Swanigan. He's out there with Myers-Leonard. Damian Lillard out there with Lehman. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. And here are the Nets. Here's Dinwiddie. A Brent for college players who decide to stay in school for their junior and senior years. In some cases, it's been hurting their draft stock. Sometimes it helps. Can you talk about why we see a difference in the two?
I think what happens, Kevin, is that in any given collegiate season, that next year, there's another opportunity for a brand new crop of players. Maybe not the star guys that are going into college as freshmen, but guys who just played their freshman year or in their sophomore season take their next step. And so guys who are juniors and seniors might be looked at as not advancing fast enough or not as much potential, with guys a year behind them being better players.
Great. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
AC, a three-pointer off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final.
Oh, that athletic ability there.
Big-time drive from Lillard, and the contact, he has the mindset just to slough it off.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. There's the pick. Out to the wing. Puts one up from 19. A nice shot by LeVert. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's Lillard. The rebound by the Nets. Dinwiddie's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Harris kicks to AC. For 3. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Damian Lillard again. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
On the wing, Harris. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist in this one.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Brent, we know the regular season is a grind. We also know that revenue is king. Could you imagine a time when we'd actually have to play more than 82 games?
Take a break.
That's interesting, Kevin, because a lot of the times the argument you've heard over the course of the past 5 or 6 seasons, Kevin, is the opposite of that 65-game schedule. Why not reduce the schedule? Stars playing in every game, less back-to-backs, more time for recovery. So the idea of 82 games being extended beyond that, I don't think that that's in the realm of possibility.
65, 68 games, and they had that shortened season a couple years ago. It was terrific to watch.
It was, and so we'll see if the league does that. But in your question alone, Kevin, you said it. cash is king, 82 is the number we're going to settle in, I think, for quite some time.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. In the corner, it's Harris. Fires the 3, and it's Portland with the rebound. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Nets shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Crabbe, that's for 2. The Nets get it back in a new 24. Harris missing again. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Nets shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Connaughton. They get it back. That one goes in.
Yeah, certainly an attitude change at halftime. After sort of wandering around in the first, he's kicked it into gear here for the second frame.
To the wing right side. Here's Crabbe. Gets to the corner and buries it.
Well, deep down, Crabbe has a scorer's mentality. He was that way in college, and now it's carrying over into the pro game.
Lillard with the bucket.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
Brooklyn with the ball. Dinwiddie kicks to AC. Here's Dinwiddie. For 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Swanigan no good. Now here's Crabbe. He's guarded closely. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Lillard from outside. Rebounded by the Nets. To the inside. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
It looked like he wanted no part of that. Superb defense there, really making it tough on him.
And Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got 41.
Gotta like watching Lillard pull right up on the defense. Outstanding at catching him off guard.
The dish now to Crabbe. Pick by Zeller. Crabbe, good. Crabbe's got 4 this quarter.
That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
Here's Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Dinwiddie kicks to AC. They set the pick. The feed to Dinwiddie. All sorts of time. That one, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. Damian Lillard. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And Brooklyn making a change here. Whitehead's checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Vonleh's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Brooklyn's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And the basket by Harris.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Lillard attacking, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 45 points.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
Now here's Crabbe. Defense is right there. Whitehead's shot is off.
That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And here is Crabbe. He feeds it to Harris. Dishes to AC. Brooklyn working now with the new shot clock. To the left side wing. The pass to Whitehead. Hits it from three-point range.
You can blame some poor defense on that play. Just a total breakdown. You got to at least contest at some point.
Swanigan gets the bucket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Whitehead passes to Crabbe. Picked by Zeller. To the paint, here's AC, and the dunk by AC.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
But that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Here's Whitehead, covered by Lillard. Here's AC. From outside, off the mark. And for Portland, they're shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. And the dunk by Vonleh.
Well, you're not going to see him put the ball on the floor all that often, but Vonleh with a nice drive there.
Here's Whitehead. He dishes it to Crabbe. Doubled by Vonleh. Pass to Whitehead. Hey, Brent, with the stakes of players' health being so high, we've seen contract clauses prohibiting many outside activities, but we're talking also about 20-year-old guys who just want to live their lives and enjoy what the success has brought them. What's the balance here?
I think the league tries to do a good job of making sure that players aren't involved in activities that are going to jeopardize what it is that their livelihood brings them, and that is their ability to play on the NBA floor, Kevin. And a lot of those things that you see in the player contract are absolutely things that a player can enjoy after their career is over with.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Nets shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Here's Whitehead, covered by Lillard. Pass to Kilpatrick. 6 to shoot. Crabbe from long range. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Connaughton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lillard attacking. Goes back up. And another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here's Kilpatrick. Passes it to Whitehead. Here's AC. The three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. He was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
Well, not that wide open. You're given a juicy gift by the defense. You got to sink your teeth into it.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be and gets a little lazy about what it could be.
Harris is checked in for Allen Crabbe. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Brooklyn.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
There's the pick. Whitehead passes to Harris. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Vonleh's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Turner, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
How about Turner doing a good job with the feet to get himself into position to take it strong to the basket.
Whitehead passes to Ace. Rebound by the Trailblazers. To the inside, Turner. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
A nice shot by Zeller.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
The offensive rebound. Vonleh's shot is good. Vonleh's got 4 this quarter.
This is a kid who loves to play. Vonleh working hard on the offensive boards, then going into a myriad of moves that he's been developing for the score.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Trailblazers.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Damian Lillard.
He came in with a focus and brought that dominant performance to the defense all night long, controlling the pace of the game and was firing on all cylinders.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Good, nice play there from Vonleh.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
Here's Swanigan. Here's Connaughton. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're up. Just 2 seconds left in the 4th. What's your take, guys?
And now that you can tell there's some bad blood here. They're just rubbing it in now by calling a timeout.
Or could be just wanting to execute well down the stretch. Don't want to leave any room for chance.
Now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, That's what separates the good players from the great players. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Isaiah Whitehead. 2 shots.
2.
He misses the free throw. No luck that time either. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.